We are counting down the 7 most deceptive grocery sale tags every Canadian should watch for. From psychological pricing ploys that drain your wallet to hidden tricks that turn deals into costly traps, these ranking entries expose how stores use color, wording, and urgency to squeeze extra dollars from shoppers. Which tactic costs you most? Let us reveal the countdown, starting with number 7. At number 7, the classic multi-buy math trap. Those big yellow tags scream 2 for $5 or 3 for $9, daring you to load up your cart. But here is the catch. In Canada, unless the tag says must buy 2, you can grab just 1 for the same per unit price. A 2024 CBC audit of 500 multi-buy tags found that 85% offered no real savings. Sometimes buying a single item was actually cheaper. The bold headline distracts from the fine print, and most shoppers never run the math. That is exactly what Loblaws is counting on. This trick is everywhere, especially on perishable items like berries or bread, pushing you to overbuy and waste food. Canadian households already throw out about $1,500 worth of groceries every year. Do not let a fake deal pad those numbers. Always check the unit price and ignore the pressure to double up. Bright limit 4 per customer signs pop up on shelves packed with milk, yogurt, or pantry staples. Never mind that the stockroom is overflowing. The message is not about shortage, it is about making you panic buy. When shoppers see a limit, they feel the clock ticking, grabbing more than they planned. In 2024, a Consumer Reports Canada survey found that purchase limits like these boost the average number of items bought by nearly 40%. That is not a coincidence, it is psychology in action. Quebec regulators fined Loblaws $100,000 in 2022 for using false scarcity to drive up sales. The company claims these limits stop hoarding, but there is no actual supply crunch. Instead, most people end up buying 3 or 4 times what they need, all because of a sign designed to trigger fear of missing out. Do not fall for it. Take only what you came for. A box of cereal sits on the shelf, its new look promising a new price. But behind the bright tag, the numbers tell a different story. The package shrank from 400 grams to 350 grams, while the price dropped by 10 cents. On the surface, it looks like a win. In reality, the price per 100 grams quietly jumped by 15 to 30%. This is not an isolated trick. Between 2022 and 2024, shrinkflation hit nearly 40% of grocery items in Canada, with Loblaws leading at 25%. President's Choice chips, for example, went from 170 grams to 150 grams, with a higher cost per gram hidden in the fine print. Most shoppers never check the unit price, and Loblaws knows it. Dalhousie University found that 70% of Canadians ignore those tiny numbers. The only way to catch this sleight of hand is to do the math. Always compare the price per 100 grams, not the headline on the tag. PC Optimum tags promise exclusive savings, but the real trick is buried in the numbers. That bold member price, $3.99, sits beside a regular price that has been quietly inflated to $4.99 or even higher. In reality, the so-called discount often just matches the everyday price at Walmart or Costco. A 2024 price check found that Loblaws' regular prices on member-tagged items ran 20 to 50% above competitors. For every deal you unlock, you are trading away personal data. Over 1 billion PC Optimum points are issued every year, each one tied to your shopping habits. Provincial agencies have logged hundreds of complaints about fake baselines and misleading discounts, and the Competition Bureau has spent years probing the practice. The real winner is not the shopper, it is the retailer, collecting data and loyalty while selling you the illusion of a bargain. Cross-check. The member price with other stores before tapping your phone at the checkout. In October 2022, Loblaws plastered stores with bright yellow signs that read "No Name Prices Frozen," promising relief as food inflation hit 11%. But the freeze came with a catch. Prices had just been hiked to record highs. Instead of rolling back costs, Loblaws locked them in, protecting $500 million in margins while Canadians pinched pennies. The freeze covered 300 basic items: pasta, flour, canned goods, just as shoppers were desperate for a break. In January 2023, the freeze ended, and prices jumped another 5 to 10% overnight, sparking hashtag Loblaws Boycott that drew 500,000 angry Canadians. Petitions racked up over 200,000 signatures, and for the first time in years, Loblaws stock took a hit. Analysts revealed the move stabilized corporate profits at a 31% gross margin, even as families struggled to keep up. The so-called freeze was never about savings. It was a public relations shield rolled out after the damage was done. When the signs disappeared, the backlash only grew. Canadians learned the hard way: a frozen price is not a deal when it is stuck at the top of the thermometer. In May 2024, Loblaws decided to quietly slash the standard clearance discount on near-expiry produce from 50% down to just 30%. The move hit overnight. One day, shoppers found pink and yellow "Enjoy Tonight" stickers promising 50% off. The next day, the discount was only 30%. The official memo claimed this was about saving $100 million a year in food waste disposal, but the real cost landed on Canadians forced to pay more for wilted lettuce and berries on the edge of molding. The backlash was instant. Social media erupted with photos of sad, overpriced salads, and hashtag Loblaws 30% racked up 50,000 mentions in 2 days. National news ran segments showing the irony. A company posting record profits trying to squeeze a few extra dollars out of food that should have been tossed or donated. Within 72 hours, the chief executive officer reversed course, restoring the 50% discount and admitting they had misread the room. The episode left a bitter aftertaste. Loblaws tried to turn waste into revenue and got burned by public outrage instead. When the sticker says clearance, always check the unit price per 100 grams and decide if it is worth the risk. A red sale sticker slapped over the shelf tag: bold, urgent, impossible to ignore. Peel it back, and the truth sometimes stings. The so-called sale price matches or even exceeds the regular price hidden underneath. Social media is full of shoppers uncovering these sticker cover-ups at Loblaws and its banners. One viral post from Toronto showed milk tagged at $3.49 on sale, only to reveal a regular price of $3.29 below the sticker. These are not isolated mistakes. Dynamic pricing systems, rushed staff, or deliberate obfuscation, whatever the cause, the result is the same. Customers pay more while thinking they scored a deal. This is where the scanner price accuracy code flips the script. Loblaws, along with most major Canadian grocers, is signed on to this voluntary industry code. If a scanned price at checkout comes in higher than the shelf price by as little as 10 cents, you are entitled to that item free, up to a value of $10. For anything over $10, you get a $10 discount. This is not a hidden loophole. The Retail Council of Canada oversees the code, and it is posted right at the register, though most shoppers walk by without noticing. Roughly 1 in 20 items scans incorrectly, according to 2024 retail audits. That is 5% of purchases, enough to matter when grocery bills are stretching every dollar. Stories of scanner code wins are everywhere online. A shopper in Vancouver walked out with free yogurt after the register overcharged by 12 cents, and a BC mom left with $150 worth of tomatoes after a pricing slip. The process is simple. Spot the shelf price, watch the scanned price, and, if there is a mismatch, politely ask for the code to be applied. Managers know the drill. When the sticker game gets sloppy or the system glitches, the power swings back to the consumer. The scanner price accuracy code is not just a nice-to-know policy, it is a tool that can put real money back in your pocket. In a store designed to squeeze every cent, sometimes the best deal is knowing the rules better than they do. Across all 7 tactics, one pattern is clear. Grocery stores engineer the illusion of savings to extract more from shoppers, not less. These are not just mistakes, they are deliberate systems. The fight for a fair grocery bill is ongoing. In this game, vigilance is your only defense.